A very good evening, everybody, and welcome to the fifth round of the DIGITRAQZ F3 challenge. Tonight we are live at Circuit Zandvoort in the Netherlands, and tonight it's another battle, the fifth battle in this championship. Two more rounds to go after this one, and it's been an amazing championship so far. Of course, I'm not alone. Just like always, I am accompanied by my good and dear colleague Ronald Mons. Welcome, Ronald.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Jean. Nice to be here again, and nice to be in Zandvoort, which is a bit of a Belgian track as well. Let's say, although it's deep into the Netherlands, close to the sea. It's about I think 3 hours, a bit more a drive from where I live. But it's a nice track. Also in real life, it's a very challenging one. That's for sure.
Yes, absolutely. And it's been renewed quite recently, also on iRacing. So
Yeah,
tonight we're racing on the new version with the special last corner.
yeah. So the last corner has been updated, but also the place. Yeah, I used to call it like it was like we are getting close to that location at no, this is the end of the lap. It felt to me always like suddenly being on a parking lot of an IKEA or something like that, and that has been renewed as well in the new layout or the adjusted layout. So it's more coherent, so it's more a part of the track than it used to be. And also, I think this one has the new iRacing update as well about for the trees and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Good description. Thanks for that. The qualification is still going on for 3 minutes, so I think it might be a good time to have a look at the championship standings. Let's have a look at the gold class first. In gold class, it's Maarten Dekes taking the lead with 77 points, an 11-second gap to his teammate Maxime Robroek with 66 points. The third podium place is for Alexis de Klerk from Unity Racing with 49 points. And then it's again Flemish Sinsports Hans Poelmans, followed by another Unity Racing Brian Teletizi, and then another Flemish Sinsports DIGITRAQZ. P7, also Unity Racing Thomas Gallois, so top 7 is being fought by two teams, and then it's DIGITRAQZ Sim Racing team on P8 with Yannick Willems, 15 points, followed by Sergio Gonzalez for SE Racing team. Peter Goossens, P10 as a privateer with 8 points, and then it's Tino Alvarez with 3 points. Still points to score for Nathan Lavagnini for Mercury Setup Shop, and Simon Heck, the new driver, is going to make his debut in the championship today for Sim Racing Academy. All right, then in silver, then it's Matthias Lares, also with 77 points in the lead for DIGITRAQZ Sim Racing team, followed by Gilles Philippard, Flemish Sim Sports, 49 points. So he managed to make a big gap. Jonas Roels in P3 with 47 points, only 2 points behind the Flemish Sim Sports. Then it's Sam Puttevils, Try Racing, followed by Kenny Liebert, Julia Agnesens, and Matthias Jacobs, all three drivers for KGL Sim Racing with 34 points, 26 points, and 22. P8, Nestor de la Fuente for KFM Motorsports with 20 points, equal with Lorenz de Vlieger for Eagle Academy Esports, also 20 points. Then it's Brent White with 2 points, and still points to score for Jarno Loret, Brian Hall, and Flavio Romano.
Yeah, that was a nice rundown of all the standings in the championship. Although I believe that Simon Heck, the new driver, will not attend this race because we are already in qualifying, and during qualifying you cannot join the session anymore. But I believe he was in Italy as well, so I guess he didn't get back on time, so we have to wait another round for him to appear on the starting grid. Luckily for us, we do have some diehards who have been here all the time, all the races. So I'm expecting some nice battles again in all the classes. And even between classes, we have seen some great fights. So I guess we are in for a treat again.
I think the same, absolutely. So, Ronald, let's. Can you walk us through the grid?
Yes, we have a pole sitter, and that is Maxime Robroek. In second, I missed completely Simon Heck because he's in in P2 apparently. And then we have Maarten Dekens P3. P4 is Alexis de Klerk. P5 Gilles Philippaerts. P6 Brian Talatidzi. P7 Lorenz de Vlieger. P8 Pieter Goossens. 9 is Matthias Lorijs. P10 Hans Poelmans. P11 Julien Agneses. P12 Jonas Roels. P13 is Matthias Jacobs. P14 is Sam Puttevils. And P15 Kenny Liebert.
All right, thanks, Ronald. Let's see if all drivers have joined the grid already.
Although it's strange to see Simon Heck because I don't see him on the live timing in another screen. So
checking to see if there is something I need to intervene or change.
Well, we will soon find out. Could be an iRacing glitch or something. The lights are coming up. And we are away for race in Zandvoort. Good start from the pole sitter. Maxime Robroek taking the lead into the first corner. Oh, there's a car going around one spin. I think it was on its own. So no contact so far as I could see. So far so good. First time heading into Schijfvlak. It's a bit of a crazy corner going downhill as well, very fast. And then we get the new section of the track, or the renewed section for the first time.
I think we saw a spin from Brian Talatidzi earlier.
Yeah.
In the yellow Unity Racing. Not sure if that was a contact, but something did go wrong.
Yeah, Maxime is leading, and I do think that the car in second place actually is Simon Heck.
Yes, I'm checking on it, but on my end everything seems to be correct.
So what we do know which car he is, so we can always say, can always correct. I think that's very strange. He's not reporting any time for some reason. In real life, that would mean a faulty transponder. Not sure why in iRacing it's not coming up, but that's no problem. We can commentate. We can tell you which car is the new driver, so no worries. Currently he is in P2. In P3 we have Alexis de Klerk. No, that's should be P4 actually. Maybe after the first lap there was something wrong, not sure, although he is getting a timing, so not sure what's going on there, but we'll try to figure it out nevertheless. So we have Maxim Robroek, who is leading the race, followed by Simon Heck in P2, which is also a gold driver, if I'm not mistaken. Then we have Maarten Dekens in P3. P4 is Alexis de Klerk. And behind de Klerk we have Gilles Philippaerts, who is the first silver driver. Very nice train, of course, and I'm guessing we will see a lot of battles in this group as well. The first three cars are pulling away slightly, but this group, of course, is very close to each other still. And especially on this long straight, the slipstream is very powerful. And then we have a very hard braking zone, heavy braking zone into the Tarzan corner.
Yeah, especially with the new renewed last corner, it's a very good place to catch up with each other and enjoy the effects of the slipstream.
Yeah, in practice I did see some people, because the it's called the Hugenholz, I believe. It's also a 180-degree corner, slightly banked as well. And in practice I did see some drivers going really wide in that corner on purpose, because in Formula 1 they do that too. I can't say if it's also beneficial to do that with an F3 car. Actually, I haven't driven this car on this track. I haven't even driven the new configuration or the new layout, so not sure if that's really beneficial to go that wide. I haven't checked during the race, so maybe something to look out for is to see what people will do in that corner. Yeah, they go fairly wide as well. Where in a race, at least myself, I always try to stick to the inside. But apparently going wide in that corner is the faster way with this new layout.
We would never know because we're not fast.
That's also also true. Well, I can see Simon has got the correct position, so that's looking already very good. He's now indeed in P2.
I think it's going to be a good battle at the front tonight. Especially with Simon Heck joining in. I saw him asking the Discord this afternoon for a setup. Not sure if he got one, but it seems like he doesn't need much. We've just seen a pass in the timing of Hans Poelmans getting past Matthias Laurès, the leader in silver. It's not a battle between the two of them, but still good pass from Hans, using the slipstream on the straight. Slightly a different line, slight
Yeah.
luck up from both Poelmans and Laurens as well.
Yeah, and this part is it's almost impossible to overtake. It's quite a narrow track still, Zandvoort. It's old school, and that section is very twisty. And then you go uphill, and then you have a blind corner. So really hard to overtake there. While these corners do have or lend themselves better for an overtake, also going into this sort of chicane. There are some possibilities. If you are next to each other, you can try to overtake under braking. So far, Maxime Robroek is really setting the pace, although Simon Heck just set the fastest lap this time around, I believe. But we do know that Simon has got some experience with this car. He has driven in other championships as well, so a nice addition, I think, to the grid.
Yes, absolutely. I think we've seen him in these virtual Belcar Sky Limit Sprint Cup as well last season.
Indeed.
Showed some good battles. Fun to watch as always. I think he might be able to catch up with Maxime later, maybe. Who knows? It looks like he can pull a gap of almost 2 seconds to Maarten Deeks tonight. Being the championship leader, it's looking promising.
Yeah, and my eyes could deceive me. Yeah, they do deceive me. I thought that Alexis de Klerk was a bit closer to Deeks, but that's not the case. Deeks is still right behind Simon. And then a bit further down the road we see Alexis de Klerk as well. Looking at the curbs, I was wondering, does Zandvoort in the new layout also have the more 3D shaped curbs? Actually, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I've only heard about it after Zandvoort was already released, so I'm not sure if they would have implemented it in the current Zandvoort. Maybe they did. Gilles Philippart's in P1 in silver class currently. He's been going strong as well. Took a podium position in the last round at Red Bull Ring and the fastest lap as well. So managed to gain 13 points. Loris de Vlieger chasing Matthias Laurens. The black and green DigiTraQZ machine. Matthias Laurens, the championship leader, with quite a big gap to his competitors. So he's in a quite comfortable position, but there's still three rounds to score points. If he starts making mistakes, that could cost him the title still. Oh, and another pass. Julien Agnes is getting past Sam Puttevils. Was it? Or no, I'm sorry, it was Sam Puttevils getting past Julien Agneses. Hans Poelmans getting quite close to Pieter Goossens as well, battling for P6 in gold class.
Yeah, he could be going for a move in this section. Some tight, slow corners, actually. Although slow, they're not really that slow, but You can have different lines, and the exit is very important as we go towards the heavy braking zone, slightly downhill into a very sharp right-hander, and then again a left-hander, and also this exit is so important. It's all building up to yeah, straight line speed. Oh, a bit of a mistake. That could be the mistake that's going to lose him a place. Peter going defensive, pushing Hans to the outside, but Hans is already past, so a clean overtake.
Yes, very clean overtake from Hans Poelmans, now currently in P5. The screen shows P4, but we'll get used to it.
Yes, that's something
Should
we
be
will
fixed for the next round.
we will fix it.
Maybe I should try a reboot of SDK, but I'm not sure what's the best.
Yeah, well, we only have one race, so no break in between, so no option to do anything at the moment. So I guess we have to roll with it. Oh, that's
and the spin. That's Matthias Jacobs, but he did manage to save it quite well. Lost 2 places in the process, I think.
Yeah.
No, just 1. I think it was just 1 to Jonas Roels.
I bet he was listening to his engineer who just started yelling, "Hit the brakes!"
Yeah, or save the tires, but that's too late now.
Yeah, well, it's okay, better to ruin the tires than ruin the car, I would say. And that's something people sometimes forget. They just, yeah, they forget to hold the brakes. At a certain point, there's no way to recover the cars. Only thing you can do is just hit the brakes, keep the brakes on, and yeah, hope for the best. Because if you let the car roll again, the barriers are going to eat you alive.
Matthias Laurès chasing Peter Goossens. They're in a different class, but that doesn't mean they're not allowed to overtake. So it would be a good thing for Matthias Laurès, so he can make a gap to Loris de Vlieger and secure his 2nd position in the standings.
Yeah, let's hope Peter has learned his lesson and that he needs to focus on this part of the track, going towards the finish and starting straight. Because if you mess up this corner, then the car behind will overtake you very easily.
Sam Putteveld getting closer and closer to Loris de Vlieger. If they start to battle, it would also be in a big favor for Matthias Laurès, who could then try to make a gap. Sam Putteveld's got real close there due to the slipstream, but had a tiny lockup, and that's cost him 2 tenths. Loris de Vlieger getting closer. Oh, another tiny lockup for Matthias Laurès. So the battle is on, I think.
Yeah, I was just about to say, apart from a spin at the start of the race and a major lockup by, it was Jacobs, I believe. We haven't seen that many mistakes, actually, so far.
Either they've got some good practice in, or they're just playing it safe for now. I mean, they can take new tires during the pit stop.
Yeah.
I think most of them do it as well. But they just have to make sure they don't crash the car. Oof, getting close here again. De Vlier really chasing on Laurès. Is Matthias Laurès going to make another mistake? Maybe that would be the best time for De Vlier to make a move.
Yeah, it got a good exit. But then here it's very hard to overtake, so you have to be patient. Oh, using all of the track and a bit more. I thought he was going to hit the grass, and then it would have been a game over, I think. So he's really pushing very hard, Lawrence, to try to catch up with Lores.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and also Puttevils is getting back as well, indeed.
I think it's going to be a battle for quite a while. I mean, I hope so, at least. Let's not jinx it. Really strong entry into the, I'm gonna say chicane.
Yeah, let's call it a chicane. Yeah, this is going to be a move. Oh, touching the wall slightly.
That was a close one indeed. But still no move.
No, I think he started weaving a bit too hard. Should have went for one side, I think. Trying to pull a dummy, I can understand, but I think it was a bit too wild, actually.
Yes, now it's Sam Puttevils getting chased by Julien Agnesis as well, who's trying to take part of the battle.
Yeah, and if you start weaving, then you're also covering more distance, actually, especially if you make that large movements.
Yes, indeed. In the front, let's have a look. It's Maxime Robuk now passing the finish line for starting his 15th lap, so that means 47 laps in total, 32 more to go. Yeah, Simon Heck only 1 second behind.
Yeah, I think this is a battle on a different level. They are equally fast. If you check the times, they're very close to each other. And I really think this is going to be a mind game. So who's going to be able to keep the focus for the rest of the race? Because in pace they are really matching each other. They are at the same distance as they were at the start of the race. So nobody is pulling away. So I guess it's really going to be a mind game between those three.
Yes, absolutely. I think maybe you might see some position changes at the pit stop if nothing happens before.
Yeah, indeed. Pit stop is going to be crucial as well. Alexis de Klerk is also dropping back a little, so there's quite a gap between him and Deke. So the top three are really running away.
Gilles Philipparts, who's leading the silver class, has managed to pull a very big gap, almost 10 seconds to Matthias Laurès, so he's quite comfortable there with the two gold class cars between them.
Yeah.
So it's mainly a battle for P2 there. Let's see if we can see another move maybe. No, I think Agnesis is still too far behind, 0.3 of a second now at the entry of the corner.
And going wide a little bit, but you do have some different lines between going into Tarzan and getting out of Tarzan as well. You can stay close to the inside or try to put the apex a little bit later into the corner. So you have some options there as well.
Yeah, Matheus Lares is still getting close to Pieter Goossens, but yeah, he's gonna have to watch out for Lorenz Vlieger still. He's as close as he was before. I see that Simon Heck had a little off track. Let's have a quick look at to see what happened.
Yeah, coming out of the corner probably. Whoops. Okay.
He saw a spot that was missed by the gardener.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was saying it's a. I think it's a bit of a mind game actually, because you have to keep the focus, and a small mistake can really ruin your race. He was lucky to get away there without hitting any barrier. Oh, that's on the limit as well. Nice, a nice bit of rally driving, I would say. We do know that Simon is also a fan of rallying, so that's he made that quite obvious. But that means that Maarten Dekens also is getting closer, because those two mistakes are making it possible for Maarten to close the gap. And still Maxime Robroek is not pulling away, although Simon had some issues, made some small mistakes, but these three stay together.
I'm a genius.
You are, sir.
I fixed it. Simon Heck is in the timings now.
Very nice. And indeed, he is in gold class in P2, so that's making our job a little bit easier now. I'm going to refresh the timing on my end as well. And yes, I do now have the correct timing as well. So perfect. Thank you very much, Sean.
Cheers. I see that there is a comedy/party in the chat, so you guys keep on going and celebrate my victory.
We can maybe, so we could try to group them by class now, just to see if that's also working, but I guess it will.
Give me a second.
There you go. Look at that.
Yes, it is. Maybe we can ask the feedback of the viewers to see what they prefer.
Yeah.
What's easiest to watch. I like the overall as well, since you get a better view of who's where on track.
Yeah, and as we are talking, we can see...
Oof, yes, indeed. Simon Heck making a small mistake in the final corner there, and it's going to be Maarten Dekens on the inside. Oh. No, he has less top speed. He looked to have a very good exit, but maybe he has some more rear wing, which gave him a little less top speed. So couldn't make the pass completely. He'll have to try again soon. Oh, another what looks to be a pass in the making. Sam Puttevils on the inside of Lorenz de Vlieger of the final corner. Couldn't really make it, but a small look up from de Vlieger.
Yeah, he was on the edge, braking very late.
Let's have another look. Simon Heck and Maarten Dekens still quite close to each other, only 0.3 of a second. Let's see if Maarten Dekens can have a good exit out of the last corner.
I think Simon is struggling with his rear tires already. He's sliding really hard. Also on corner exit, you could see him slide just a little bit.
Yeah, of
But-
course, we have to take in account that the other drivers have a lot more experience by now with the
Yeah.
car in this championship. So for him, it's going to be quite new and didn't have much time for preparation. So that might be the reason why he struggles. But there is still 27 laps to go. So maybe he's going to gain the experience and maybe make a few tenths.
Yeah. And this is all playing out nicely for Maxime Robroek, because he is now able to pull away from these two battling cars. Degen's really putting on the pressure now. He knows that's not the right place to overtake, but he is really pushing hard.
Yeah, he's really wanting to stay close and put the pressure on Simon.
Yeah.
Trying to force him to make a mistake. Very present in the rearview mirror there.
He's going to have a good exit, I believe, as well, but not close enough. Would be a late dive, and that would not work.
I don't think the overtake will be on this round, or this lap. Sam Putteville still chasing the Vlieger. He's not letting go of this one. That means that Matthias Laurez has managed to pull a little gap of 1 second.
Well, Putteville is going a bit wide. That could compromise his exit. Yeah, Agnesis is going to close in. Yeah, he's going for a move. Trying the inside. Under braking. Yeah, nicely. Yeah, kept it very tight, very nice. Good exit still.
Clean overtake. I thought the battle was on between De Vlier and Puttevils, but the small mistake cost him something and resulted in position lost by Junior Agnesis.
Well, yeah. Sam Puttevils now behind Agnesis. Oh, good recovery.
That was quite the costly mistake, I think.
Yeah, I had a bit of a flashback. In real life, I've put a car in a spin there as well.
So you speak from experience.
Yeah, it was not my car. It was a proper race car.
Oh,
Heck
big
going.
mistake.
What a mistake.
That's Simon Heck going the wrong way, almost getting hit by Maarten Degens. Losing the position in the process, of course, but the most important thing is that no one got hurt. It really it got very close there. So Maarten Degens now with a good gap to P3 and still in reach for a P1 battle with his teammate later on in the race.
Yeah, if we have the opportunity to have a look at the replay, then we will do that for sure.
We do have an opportunity, but let's quickly check on Sam Puttevils, who's getting really close there. I just saw the timing drop. Oof, another lockup of Julien Agnesis there is the right rear tire.
Puttevils going for the inside, yes. Now he has to defend a little bit, but I think he's going to be okay.
And so the battle continues between the Vlieger and Puttevils. This time the other way around. It's the Vlieger chasing Puttevils. But now it's Jonas Roels trying to join them as well. currently in P6, but P4 is inside.
Oh, somebody going into pit lane. That is De
Lorenz
Vlieger
Vlieger.
who's going in. Yeah.
He might want to change his tires. Let's have a look at the replay of Simon Heck. So he's in front of Maarten Dekens.
I think it's
Steers
under
into the
braking.
corner.
Oh, yeah, it
Goes
just.
on the grass.
Oh,
Barely missed
Ooh.
him.
yeah.
Close one.
Good
Fortunately,
reaction from
they had a
Maarten
good-
as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They had a good gap to the other racers, so that meant that he could rejoin the track safely.
Yeah. Scary moment.
I almost shit myself.
That's just old age.
Yeah, probably. It's
But I
starting,
do
you know.
think indeed that this the pressure was on, and it looked to me that Simon was already struggling with his tires a little bit, or maybe pushing too hard. And yeah, a small mistake was his a third mistake, and this time it cost him a place in favor of Maarten Dekens.
He's going to need a hell of a pit stop strategy to recover from that one. Peter
Yeah, it's a big
Gosses
gap.
also coming into pit lane for his pit stop. They need to refuel and probably going to take tires as well.
Yeah, it was still running in P6, I believe, before he came into pit lane. So a strong performance by him as well.
Yes, absolutely. Kenny Liebert for KGL Sim Racing, currently in P6 as well. Gained 2 positions since the start. But of course it's Lorenz Vlieger who already took the pit stop, so he might lose a position again. I'm not sure about the pit stop times. I think it's around 30 seconds in pit lane.
Yeah, also note. Sorry, go ahead,
No,
Sean.
go on.
Yeah, well, the part we were just showing before this shot, we used to cut or use a curb quite a lot actually, and I don't see anybody do that. I believe that the curb has been changed as well with the update of the track, because you could cut the track there quite a bit.
Yeah, might be, but maybe it's also because the cars are so stupidishly low.
Yeah, but I do think the
you
curb
can
is a bit
hear
higher
the
as
cars
well.
scraping. Listen.
Yeah.
Every corner it's scraping at the front.
Yeah. Yeah, they're very low. So if you would hit that curb, then probably you will pick up some damage. If not, get thrown off track completely.
Oof, I think I see another crash come into the timing overlay. Another one by Simon Heck, who's
Yeah,
just lost
Alexis de
position
Klerk
to
is
Klerk
already.
as well.
Yeah, indeed. Something happens. Another spin. Yeah, under braking. He's gone.
Nearly in the gravel. This is where he loses the position
Yeah.
to de Klerk. And Simon Heck going into pit lane. Probably for fuel and tires as well. So Alexis de Klerk in P3 currently. 15 seconds behind the leader Maxime Robroek. Or, no, 17 seconds, sorry. The battle that Sam Puttevils is giving us is endless. He just keeps on going and he's getting close to everyone. Oh, a little bit wide there for Agnesis.
Yeah, and this is for P2 and P3 actually, so this is a podium battle. Gilles Philippaerts is already closer into the chicane by now, I guess, in the small carousel somewhere.
Oh, the leader in gold class in pit lane as well. Maarten Dekes taking the lead of the race. He'll probably try to extend the stint. He has a free track in front of himself. So let's see, maybe he comes in next round or the round after, the lap after. And try to make as much time as he can on Maxime Robroek, who is already taking pit exit. Oof! Yeah. Almost overshot the corner. Sam Puttevils battling for P1 right now. Gilles Philippaerts, the former leader, made a pit stop. I mean, he's still the virtual leader of the race.
Yeah, and the pit lane in Zandvoort is not that long. It's a bit of a tricky entry, but they don't have that many pit stalls, so pit lane isn't really that long. And I do believe in real life they are going to add some extra pit boxes as well. I thought I saw an article somewhere about that.
What are they gonna do? Are they just going to make a longer straight and put the Tarzan corner somewhere else?
I have no idea, but there's probably some room to create some extra boxes. I'm really not sure. Or maybe the entry somewhere closer to the last corner, maybe? I'm not sure.
Yeah, possibly. Maarten Dekes went for another lap on his first tank of fuel. The battle is finished for now. Sam Puttevils is going into pit lane as well. Hans Poelmans is currently being refueled as well, going to leave very soon. Alexis de Klerk from Unity Racing in P2 right now. Still has to make his pit stop though. Just under 20 laps to go in this race.
Yeah, talking about reading articles and stuff like that. I believe we are going to get a rescan of Spa as well in iRacing.
Nice.
In the not so far future, as we see Maarten Dekes coming in for his pit stop, and this is going to be an important one.
Yes, indeed. Let's see where Maxime Robroek is right now and see if he can regain the lead. He's going out of the last corner right now, so it looks like he might keep the position. Maarten Dekes has left his box already. There you see Maxime Robroek in the distance. Looks
yeah, Dekes
good
is
for
going
Dekes.
to get it. But he
and
is
yes, he
on
does.
new tires probably. So it's going to take him some time to get those tires into the working zone, so to speak.
Of course, they are teammates, so I don't expect any stupid moves from Maxime Robroek, but he's going to make a move.
Ooh, yeah.
Quite early, he's going to try to take profit of the cold tires of Maarten Dekes. Doesn't make it quite yet. Maybe he's going to try to break later here on the inside. Yes, he does. Gets besides him completely. Yep, and he gets past. It was a close one, though. Very good action from Robroek. Playing it the smart way. Simon Heck battling with Alexis de Klerk on the inside here. He tries to make the same move as Robroek did. And he does successfully. So that's Heck back in P2 3 as of now.
Yeah, and I think everybody has been to pit lane as well. The last car coming out of pit lane is now Matthias Jacobs, who went in for his pit stop. I'm just not sure why it is showing that Sam Puttevils has 2 stops.
Might be possible though, because he did lose a lot of positions. Maybe he had to make
speeding
a
in pit lane
drive-through.
or something. Although that would be a longer stop. It's just a short. Although no, not sure. I'm not sure why it's saying 2. Haven't seen anything, but indeed he is not. Because he was fighting for a P3 actually. So yeah, it could have been maybe something speeding in pit lane or so.
Yeah, possibly.
Or overshooting his box. Things like that happen as well, and then you have to get back out and come back in, and then you just have to be lucky that you have enough fuel to do the extra lap. So not sure what happened there. As let's check some other times.
Yeah, and Hans Poelmans also had a very, very long pit stop. More than double of what the other guys did. Same goes for Matthias Jacobs.
Yeah. And I saw Puttevils in pit lane again, but so could be maybe something, could also be an iRacing thing maybe. Yeah, Hans Poelmans, that could be maybe speeding in pit.
Yeah, but why would you have a long pit stop then?
Well, because you have to wait.
Oh yeah, the 30 seconds.
30
stop and go.
seconds. If you get it before you stop the car, then it could be that you can do your regular pit stop, and yeah, just have to wait for 30 seconds or so before you can rejoin. So could be speeding in pit lane.
A good exit from Matthias Laurès. Getting really close now to Jonas Roels, but not really in the right place to overtake. You'll have to wait after the next corner where we saw the 2 moves in the previous lap. But nah, he's too far behind now. He was close enough a couple corners ago, but it just wasn't the right place to do it. Yeah, maybe just like Kim said in chat, maybe the redesign of the tracks is to support the rain model in iRacing.
Yeah, that's indeed.
I'm looking forward to it though.
Well, next month.
I'm not sure about the racing, but I just want to do it. You know, it's hard to simulate, I'm sure, but I think it could provide some fun racing as well. Especially with the low power cars, like maybe the Renault Clio Cups.
Yeah.
Mazda MX-5s, of course.
Yeah, not all cars will be available. Rain will not be available.
I think it's just GT3 in the beginning, right?
Yeah,
or
maybe
the white series.
And Mazda, and I think F4 as well, actually.
Nice. Close battle between Goossens and Jonas Roels. Hard to see on the timing because it's a battle between 2 different classes. But the longer Roels stays behind Goossens, the better it is for Matthias Laurès, the championship leader. But he's missing out quite a bit tonight. We've been seeing him win lots of races, but I'm not sure tonight's going to be that one.
Yeah, but would be a good result actually for Gosses. P5 now because of the issues Pullman's had in pit lane. It's also, yeah, Talatizi is also now in P6. There was a car that spun in the first corner without hitting anything or hitting another car, so just on his own.
Absolutely, would be a great result since he couldn't gain points last race due to a DNF.
Yeah, so very important for him to stay
In the
in
meantime,
P6.
Dekes is catching up with Robroek. Less than a second is the gap between the top two now. We might expect some battles later on. They've provided some really good racing to watch on the previous broadcasts. It's always good fun to watch. Roel's getting real close now, 0.3 of a second between him and Colses. Colses wouldn't really lose anything if he gets past, but Roels could gain a lot from this. He could secure a podium spot if he manages to get past Colses. Let's see if he can make a move on the inside here. Yes, the inside T1 gets fully besides him. Oh, that was a very close one. Almost pushes Colses off the track. Doesn't really make the move, but now he does.
Nope.
Nope. But there's two lines here, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, but the exit is going to be better.
Oh, this is not good for Roels. He was not hoping to get past Colses and
taking a race with him.
Yeah. That's a big shame for Roels, but a good one for Laurès. Colses doesn't really lose anything. Maybe some ego, but no points in the championship.
Yeah, we still have quite a few laps to go, so we need to check the speed of Agnesis actually, because Roels is about 4 seconds behind Agnesis. Need to see at the times.
Nah, they're doing some pretty identical lap times, right?
Equal. Yeah,
maybe
indeed.
1/10 of a second difference, but
yeah. But they do have to keep pushing. No mistakes, because otherwise the gaps will evaporate very quickly.
still full pressure on Maxim Robok. Half a second is the gap between him and his teammates, so the smallest mistake can cost him his win. And he will have to defend for another 12 laps. The gap's almost 0.6 of a second right now, so that means that Maarten Dekes could use the slipstream he gets from Robroek, but doesn't gain much from it. Nothing at all, in fact. I really think Dekes has a higher wing setting than Simon Heck had, for example.
Yeah, could be the case. His tires are also was it 2 laps younger than those of Maxime, because was it Maxime who came in first, and that was about 2 laps, I believe, the difference between them.
At least 2 laps, maybe 3 even.
Yeah. I can check.
I think there's been some
two
bad
laps
luck
between them. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's been some bad luck between for Matthias Jacobs, who had a crash recently. let's have a look. He seems to be alone. No one inside.
Spin.
Lock up on the
Oops.
front left and
Keep it.
maybe
Oh, a small tap.
I think it'll be just fine.
Yeah.
No team orders at Flemish Sim Sports, says Kim Behet. So that means the battle between Robroek and Dekens is on 0.3 of a second now. So good last lap from Dekens.
Yeah. That could also mean that Simon Heck can still win the race.
Yes, who knows?
if they go
No
full
team orders.
if they go full Prost Senna, then yeah. But indeed, Dekens is really putting on the pressure now.
I don't think he really wants to force a mistake for Robroek, but if he gets a clean shot at an overtake, he's going to take it with 2 hands.
Yeah, definitely. Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't indeed? It's good to overtake someone, but
Yeah.
it's even better to overtake a teammate.
Now, you could be right about the wing settings, because that's also helping under braking. Yeah, so could be he's got a slightly higher wing setting, not sure.
Let's see in the slipstream. Time is dribbling down a little bit. Yeah, now 1/10 of a second. No move from Maxim Robert
No.
this time. He'll just try to stay close for now. He is aware that his tires are 2 laps older, so he'll try to take account of that.
Yeah, and while we have a look at this battle still, because yeah, it's a very nice one, I can see that Talatidze, for instance, is also getting closer to Peter Goossens. The gap was about 4 seconds, and it's now down to less than 3 seconds.
Yes, there's only one silver driver in between the two of them, and that's Lorenz de Vlieger on track.
Correct. This could get close.
Oof. No move. Very defensive. Small gap right now, 0.2 of a second. Let's see if he's going to take a different line into this corner.
Very close.
Yeah. He's really putting the pressure now.
Yeah. I think the best strategy would be now to spook Maxim a little bit. Just trying to go for an overtake somewhere where it's impossible, but not with the intention to do it actually, but just to try to put Maxim offline a little bit.
I think the battle is going on for another lap at least. I thought he was driving into pit lane.
Playing a bit of hide and seek with the wall. Oh. That's... Yeah, very nice. In the meantime, just Simon Hegg did the fastest lap of the race, 1:27 to 80. Yeah, very difficult there. Yeah, a bit of a slide by Maxime coming out of the corner. Yeah, and indeed, it's a nice battle, and sometimes you just have to be silent and just watch the art.
Yes, indeed. Just like I said, the battle was gonna be on for at least a lap. So that's why I took the opportunity to make a very quick personal pit stop. Doesn't seem like I missed something. Maybe
Well,
did they
you
try
did
to
miss
make
a
a move?
lot, but nothing, no overtakes so far. But
Yeah, that's what I
very
meant.
close racing by these two. And it's also it's the closest battle on track. Let me check the timing for a moment. But yeah, this is definitely the closest battle on track. And it's for the overall victory.
Let's go for a little onboard footage with Maarten Dekens. I'm not sure if we can expect a move from him in the previous corner, or maybe he's going to try to do it in T1. Oh, massive understeer and a little bit oversteer. I think Maxime was struggling with the same, but it did cost Dekens quite some tenths of a second. I think it was almost 3/10 of a second he lost there.
Yeah. Now it was Robroek who went a little bit wide, as we saw Dekens turning in just a little bit earlier than Robroek. So I think Robroek more or less missed his turning in point slightly. But the difference are, minimal.
Quite wide there on the exit, Robroek, going all the way over the curbs, using all the track. Yeah, I don't think the cars can take much of a curb since they're even scraping on the straight parts of the track. The smallest steering input smashes the front wing to the ground.
A bit of a correction by Maxime.
So in 5 laps, the current round at Circuit Zandvoort will end, and then we will have 2 more rounds to go. One is at the 11th of March at Interlagos, and the final round will be the 25th of March at Spa-Francorchamps. I think that's going to be 2 great tracks for these F3 cars. Lots of battles. Just like the one with between Dekens and Robroek right now. It's, again, less than 2/10 of a second between the two of them. Not the best place to make a move right here, but now he has to stay close and maybe make the move in the second next corner. Let's see if he can make a good exit here. He can go on the inside for a move. No, waits patiently. Good exit though.
There is a back marker in front of them.
There's a back marker indeed. I think that's Hans Poelmans.
He's probably going to leave a lot of room for his teammates as well.
Yes, indeed. Hans Poelmans with the very long pit stop. Not sure why.
Yeah.
But he's going to let the leaders and teammates past. In the meanwhile, Brian Teletizzi is very close to Pieter Goossens as well.
Oh, he's indeed. Oh, I think he.
I think he just overtook him.
Yeah, I think he was executing the strategy of spooking the the driver in front of you, because Goossens was completely offline and off guard as well. Oh, Poelmans into pit lane once more. So not having the best of nights at the moment.
So good move from Teletizzi into P5.
Yeah, fighting his way back into the front. Although I think P5 is the best he can do. He's now behind his teammate, Alexis de Klerk. But that's a big gap. Oh, Goossens is fighting back.
Let's have a look. Yeah, indeed, he is staying really close to Teletizzi. So if he manages to stay close for another 3 laps, he might be able to make a move at the end. We'll see. Yep, just like before, Maarten Dekes really didn't take much profit from the slipstream he got there.
Maybe it could be nice if we have an onboard shot again of Maarten Dekes, but really in the cockpit. If that would be, yes, that's the one I mean. Just let's have a look.
Just a little slide from Robroek.
Yeah.
That meant that Dekes managed to gain a 10th.
Yeah, Dekes is very smooth with his inputs at the moment as well.
Yeah, probably trying to preserve the tires a little bit because they have to last 2 more laps. Really close there, mid-corner. Both of them are really trying to make the shortest line possible. This is a really difficult corner to define a steering point, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You saw both of them picking a different steering in point as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and with the update, it has become a little bit easier, I think, because you have some more visual points where you can mark your braking, your turning in points. Because in real life, the first time I drove there at Zandvoort, it's in the dunes, and it's like in Zolder you have trees, you have fences, you have a lot of stuff where you can focus on, or just to use as markers. And the first time in Zandvoort was like everything is the same. It's all sand.
Yes, indeed. It's just dunes.
Yes.
White flag now, so the
Oh.
final lap. This is the lap where Maarten Dekkers will have to make a move if he wants to get the win tonight.
Well, there was even 2 white flags. I saw 2.
Oh, is that a move? He was on the inside, but good exit from Maxime Robroek. Almost looked like they were going to crash into each other.
Yeah, he really needs to focus now and try to close the gap. Not to attack too soon. Just make up some ground again. I think Maxime was struggling under braking in that corner. A bit of a slide coming out of the corner by Dekkers as well. They know it is now or never. Oh, very close. Dekkers.
Here they go through the last
going
corner.
wide.
Yep,
Yeah.
Dekkers going wide. He's not going to make it.
No, I think this one is going to be for Robroek.
Yes, proper win for Maxime
Yes.
Robroek.
Very nice battle.
Starting in pole position and getting the win in the process. Next one to cross the finish line is Simon Heck with his F3 debut and a podium finish.
Yeah.
Behind him is Sam Puttevils, who had a crash in the final lap, and I think that's Hans Poelmans. Then we have Alexis de Klerk crossing the finish line in P4. Gilles Philippas taking the win in silver class. That's going to be very good for his points in the standings. Matthias Jacobs, who's going to finish the race in P8. Not his best race. We've seen better from him, but a good one from Julien Agneses and Jonas Roels with a podium finish. Matthias Laurès just missing out on the podium with a 4th position, followed by Brian Talatidze getting the place from Pieter Goossens. Loris de Vlieger, P5 in silver class. Showed some good battles tonight as well. And then it's Kenny Liebert finishing the race in P6. Good race from him, making up quite some positions since the start as well. So that's it for tonight. It has been a good one for me.
Yes, for me as well. What a nice battle between Maxime Robroek and Maarten Dekkers. Yeah, just very respectful as well, but definitely on the edge. So yeah, great show by those drivers as well. Not only by them, we also saw other drivers really doing some nice things as well. So yeah, Zandvoort did not disappoint, I would say.
Yes, indeed, it didn't. Let's take a look at the results of this race. Gilles Philippas taking the win in silver class, followed by the 2 KGL sim racing drivers, Julien Agneses and Jonas Roels. Matthias Laurès in P4 for DigiTraQZ sim racing team. Then it's Laurens de Vlieger, Kenny Liebert, Sam Puttevils and Matthias Jacobs.
In gold class, we see Maxime Robroek taking the win with after an epic battle between him and Maarten Dekkers in P2. Simon Heck picking up the last podium spot, so P3 for him. Alexis de Klerk P4, his teammate Brian Talatidze ending up in P5. P6 is Pieter Goossens and P7 Hans Poelmans.
Great. What do you think? Should we go for an interview then?
Let's see who we have waiting. Well, I would say let's start off with Maxime Robroek, the race winner.
Yes.
So, good evening, Maxime.
Yo.
That
That was
was an epic battle between the both of you. So, very nice race. Congratulations with the win. Yeah, talk us through it.
Is het oké als ik het niet
Ja,
doe?
doe maar.
Of course.
Oké.
Natuurlijk bedoel ik.
Ja, hoe dat de race was, ja, goed. Een beetje tricky soms.
Ja.
Zeker samen met Hek en Maarten in het begin wel wat afstand kunnen nemen van de rest, maar ik kreeg ze maar niet uit mijn vizier.
Nee.
De eerste ronde toen dat ik opeens zag dat Simon een accidentje had, maar ik had het niet echt door wanneer. En dan begon Maarten opeens heel fel terug te komen.
Ja.
Maar ik zat ook te veel in mijn spiegel te kijken. Ja, en achter de pitstop. Misschien iets te vroeg in de pit geweest. En ik had dan terug moeten inhalen, omdat ik warmer, ja, mijn banden waren toch al meer op temperatuur dan de zijne toen dat die uit de pit kwam.
Klopt.
En dan was het gewoon proberen die seconden vast te houden om niet in die slipstream te geraken. Maar ja, Maarten is zo mega snel en dan was het zo'n verdedigen. Hè.
Ja.
Ik hoop wel dat het een beetje fair was op sommige momenten.
Jawel,
maar laten we
jawel,
zeggen dat de
Ik
stress
heb,
wel aan het toenemen was.
Ja, ik heb niks gezien dat niet mocht eigenlijk. Dus nee, het was ik denk een heel mooie race, heel mooie strijd tussen jullie twee. En ja, close, maar ja, zo hoort dat, hè.
Ja, we hebben wel een klein momentje gehad op schijfvlak.
Ja,
We deden een lange rechts een doordraaier. Ik weet niet,
Ja.
is het netcode of echt gewoon tegen elkaar, maar ja, het was een 0x moment.
Ja.
En we vallen even met de billen toe.
Kim Beheid zei dat er geen teamorders waren, dus alles mag, alles kan, zou ik zeggen.
Ja.
Het was in
Robin
ieder
is
geval de
racing,
moeite om te
zeggen ze dan.
bekijken op de stream.
Nee, heel erg proficiat, Maxime, met de overwinning. Dik verdiend.
Yes,
en ja,
absoluut.
merci voor de mooie strijd. We hebben er allemaal van genoten. Daar ben ik 100% zeker van.
Ja, het was zeker niet. Het was ook serieus van voorbereiding aan. Het was ook deze week trouwens de officials op Zandvoort. En laten we zeggen, de oefening baart kunst. Want ik heb meer dan 511
Oef.
rondjes gereden.
Maar
met de officials erbij, dus dat is wel wat.
Dat is inderdaad wel.
Dus,
Ik was even bang dat je zou zeggen dat ik heb ondertussen ook nog 500 i-rating gesprokkeld.
een beetje meer.
Oké.
Ja, laten we zeggen dat de laatste 2 weken wel heel goed geweest is voor mijn i-rating. Ik ben van 4.4 naar 5.1 ondertussen. Dus.
Mooi.
Dat kan tellen.
Inderdaad.
Maar
Ja,
20 punten in de pocket, 16 voor Maarten Dekens. Dat wil zeggen dat de gap van 11 punten naar 7 punten zal gaan. Dat belooft dan nog spannend te worden. Als je dan nog 2 keer hetzelfde doet, dan is de win voor u van het kampioenschap.
Ja, volgend circuit is het een van mijn favorieten, dus daar heb ik wel mijn zin op gezet. En dan Spa, ja. Ik ben misschien een van de weinige Belgen die niet graag rijdt op Spa, dus we zullen wel zien.
We zijn benieuwd. Alright, Maxime, bedankt en tot de volgende zou ik zeggen. Hè?
Jojo, merci.
Ja, en dan is het misschien leuk om even... let's switch back to English.
Yes.
For a brief moment. So maybe let's have a chat with the winner in silver class as well. So Gilles Philippaerts.
I don't like that.
What do you don't like? Winning?
Oh, I was talking in the cooldown rune.
Okay.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Ja.
Gaan we het Nederlands of in het Engels?
Nederlands, doe maar.
Ah, oké.
Ja,
Ik was
nee,
nog
dus
over
we
de-
waren even bang dat je het winnen niet zo leuk vond. Maar ik veronderstel dat het ergens anders over ging nog.
Ja, over de setup.
Oké. Ja. Ja, proficiat met de overwinning. Maar
Dank u.
dan is het zo ook wel een beetje de samenvatting eigenlijk. Hè? Want je was weg en je bleef weg. En er is niemand echt nog in de buurt gekomen. Hè?
Nee, ik heb hier op Zandvoort heb ik redelijk rap een snelle pace gevonden. dat zag ik toch tegenover Maxime. Is toch een pak sneller als mij. Trainen veel samen, maar ik was redelijk dicht in de buurt. Dus ik had al wel een gevoel dat het een goede race ging zijn. En voor een keer heb ik eens geen fouten gemaakt. En is er niemand tegen mij opgereden of ben ik tegen niemand opgereden. Dus ik heb het kunnen waarmaken voor een keer.
Ja, en
Dat
eigenlijk
mag
van
ook wel
begin tot
eens.
einde. Hè?
Ja, alleen op het einde heb ik wel even mee moeten inhouden, want ik heb ook geautofueled, maar bij 0,52 begint de auto te stotteren. Dus
Ah.
ik heb even een ronde of 2 mee moeten inhouden voor terug veilig te zetten.
Oké, dat wist ik niet dat die vrij snel. Uiteindelijk heb je dan sowieso niet veel brandstof nog aan boord, maar ik wist niet dat die daar zo gevoelig voor was.
Technisch gezien lijkt me dat niet onlogisch.
Nee.
Maar in ieder geval een mooie race gereden.
Ja.
Hè. Ik denk, je kon mooi mee met die van de goldklasse, met de top van de goldklasse zelfs. Nu, als we spreken over het kampioenschap, je hebt 49 punten, 20 die erbij komen vandaag. 11 maar voor Matthias Laurijs, die dat in vierde positie is gefinished. Dus ja, je komt wel wat puntjes dichter bij dat kampioenschap. Maar dan ga je toch nog een paar keer van die winst moeten nemen. Hè?
Ja, ik ook de eerste reis heb ik eigenlijk een disconnect gehad, dus ik heb 1 reis die ik al cadeau op moeten geven.
Ja, die was inderdaad voor de vuilbak. Hè?
Dus ik hoop dat de volgende reis is dat ik hetzelfde kan doen als vandaag.
Ja, dat hopen wij ook. Het ziet er in ieder geval goed uit. Ja, Jonas Roels die finisht derde, dus de gap tussen jou en hem die vergroot ook weer een klein beetje. Dat geeft wat meer zekerheid om die tweede positie toch op zijn minst te kunnen behouden. Hè?
Ja, maar ja, we gaan voor de eerste natuurlijk.
Absoluut, dat is de spirit.
Oké, Gilles, merci om erbij te zijn. En ja, bedankt ook voor het interview. En dan zien we u volgende keer opnieuw. Hè.
Yes, tot de volgende.
Tot de
Merci
volgende.
voor de
Goodbye.
coverage of the race.
Graag gedaan. Het was leuk om naar te kijken. En dan zullen we nog eens even terug switchen naar de Gold Class misschien. En dan de nieuwkomers er ook even bij nemen. So, good evening, Simon.
Hello.
So, the first race in this championship, you were on pace, but then after like a third of the race, some small mistakes happened, and then it was very hard to fight back because the other two guys were kept the pace really high, no mistakes, so it wasn't really an opportunity to fight back. But yeah, solid third place. So tell us about your race.
Yeah, no chance to get back because we are on exactly the same pace. So yeah, nothing I could do, and I didn't fight, so I had to stick with it. But I want to thank Hans Poelmans for the mega secret setup called Baseline. I got to know that just before the quali, so I had to stick with it.
How much did you end up paying for it?
I don't want to say, but I want to give him a big shout out, legend. But as soon as he said that, because I knew on one lap the setup is fast as fuck, but I knew all baseline setups are just horrible on spins on long runs.
Yeah.
And 6-7 laps after the start, it was remarkable. One turn I had understeer, the next I had oversteer. I was sliding around, I had always the Tokyo Drift music in my ear.
Yeah.
So I could keep up, but then I was changing brake bias and didn't pay attention and missed the corner completely. So was my mistake, because otherwise I could keep up when I didn't have dirty air, so I got a bit back, but yeah, it was hard because you were sliding so much that you did small mistakes, and if you're on the same pace, small mistakes are enough to lose.
Yeah. Yeah, and we saw indeed one big slide, more or less drift. I remember it was it was a very nice one. So it was nice to see.
Yeah, just wanted to have fun because I didn't have time to practice.
Yeah.
So I just returned from Italia, so I was happy to get a good setup.
Yeah.
I hope he didn't spend too much time renaming it. But because the name was actually very long, so maybe that took some minutes. Yeah, but it was fun. Zandvoort normally track that I'm not that good with, but in the first laps where the tires were good, I liked it very much. But
Yeah.
after that was just fighting. I knew where the time was, and I wanted to go faster, but there was nothing in it. So just surviving. But yeah, I'm on the pace, so let's see for the next one.
I think the result is great. You also took the fastest lap points, so
That's the most
that's a good bonus, you know.
Yeah.
Also
Yeah.
for ego purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used the fresh tires to put on the fast lap. So yeah, but I'm also just out of habit of driving because I'm changing. I can't drive and change brake pads, and normally that's one thing you can do blindfolded. And was just rookie mistake. But okay, it was fun. I drive here for fun the last races. I didn't crash into anyone that's doing championship points, so all good. Interlagos, nice track. I'm excited. I hope I can race it, but normally yes. And yeah, just looking forward to it.
Well, it was great to see you on track, and indeed, I guess we will see you fighting for those top positions as well in the next couple of races. Thank you for joining, Simon, and then we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you for
Cheers, Simon.
Bye bye.
Ciao.
Let's have one more chat with Julien Agnesis, because he was waiting very patiently, so it would be a bit harsh to just
he's a good boy.
Ignore him.
Taking P2 in the race tonight.
Yeah, nice result.
14 seconds behind Philippaerts, who was extremely quick tonight, but 3 seconds in front of Jonas Roel, so very good results. Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a very lovely race. The pace was so high. It was unbelievable. It was from start to finish maximum attack mode. It was so hard, but so lovely in the end.
Yes, indeed. Also, the stream was very worth watching. We got a lot of battles in the picture. I think as well with Sam Puttevils, who was always in between you and the other guys to battle with. It was amazing to watch.
Yeah, it was even more amazing to race. I mean, the constant fights, and then I had to drop a little back, and then I came back, and then I overtook him, and then it was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, we did enjoy the fight between actually you, Jonas, Matthias, Lorenz as well, some Puttevils. So there was a very nice train, of course, at some points, very close to each other, and it was indeed very entertaining to watch. And all in all, actually, it was a very clean race as well. I mean, we haven't seen any major crashes. So
no, I think
even though everybody was on pace and very close to each other, the racing was great and very very nice.
Yeah, it was really an amazing, fantastic job to everyone. It was really such a lovely race, fair, hard, but just so nice, so nice.
It warms my heart hearing you.
Yeah,
I think you're gonna sleep like a baby, or maybe not at all because of the.
I even have a blister on my thumb just to be so holding the steering so tight, so hard. Well, it was so good.
In Zandvoort on the straight, you really have to loosen the grip a little bit and just wiggle your fingers a bit.
Oh yeah.
That's that they do that in real life sometimes as well, just to not to keep pressure constantly on the wheel. Just at the long straight, just relax your hands a little bit, because indeed otherwise you can get blisters. But hey, if you have a race like that, then that's worth it.
I remember that tip for the next race.
Yeah. Well, we hope to see you next time, and again, we hope to see great battles on the next track as well. And congratulations with your P2, very nice result, and we wish you also a very good evening. And thank you for joining.
You too, to the both of you. And maybe I'll make a little announcement. Sadly, I will not be able to drive the next race. I will be leaving on vacation within 2 weeks, so I won't be able to do the next race. But I will be very close to Interlagos. So yeah.
Not bad, not bad.
Well, that's not bad.
We'll see you there then.
But you will be back for Spa then.
I will just be arriving the day before Spa, so it will be very, very close.
Yeah, but Spa is a track we all know, so it should be okay.
Exactly, should be all right.
Well, I would say happy holidays, and
thank you.
Then we will see you in Spa again.
All right, see ya.
Yeah,
see you
there.
Thank you.
What a race, Ronald.
Yes, indeed.
I think it's a good one to start the week with.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we have said it before. Epic battles, close racing, fair racing. No major fuck ups. Only small mistakes, but nothing very clean. So. Yeah, hats off to all the drivers, and thank you for putting up a nice show, because this one was really nice to watch.
Yes, absolutely.
And looking forward for the next 2 races.
Absolutely. Also, a big thank you to DigiTraQZ Sim Racing Center, Simware.eu, Simagic, Mercury Setup Shop, and KGL Creation Lab. We're looking forward to the next 2 rounds, the next one being at Interlagos and the final being at Spa-Francorchamps. So we will see you guys in 3 weeks.
Yeah, so thank you for watching, and we wish you a very good evening and see you next time. So goodbye.